Bienvenido a Vaughan 4.0. Nivel Básico.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to class number 47. We're improving, we're progressing, we're advancing. Not bad, okay? Now, tell me to change to the other camera. Change to the other camera. Okay. Yeah, all right. Tell me to put the pen in my other hand. Put the pen in your other hand, please. What am I doing? You're putting the pen in your other hand. Tell me to pick up the cigarette. Richard, pick up the cigarette, please. Vale. Okay. What am I doing? You're picking up the cigarette. Tell me to put the cigarette in my mouth. Richard, put the cigarette in your mouth. What am I doing? You're putting the cigarette in your mouth. No fumo, pero es como si fumase. Tell me to take the cigarette out. Take the cigarette out. What am I doing? You're taking the cigarette out of your mouth. My mouth. Tell me to put the cigarette on the table. Put the cigarette on the table, please, Richard. Okay. ¿Qué estoy haciendo? What am I? Amaya. What am I doing? You're putting the cigarette on the table. Tell me to close my eyes. Close your eyes, Richard. What am I doing? You're closing your eyes. Now, tell me to open my eyes. Open your eyes, please, Richard. What am I doing? You're opening your eyes. Tell me to look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling, please. What am I doing? You're looking at the ceiling. Tell me to look at the camera again. Again. Richard, look at the camera again. What am I doing? You're looking at the camera again. Now tell me to point at you. Tell me to point at you. Richard, point at me, please. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? What am I doing? You're pointing, Europe, hierba, hiedra, hielo, you're pointing at me. Am I, mama, am I pointing at you? With my index finger or with my middle finger? You're pointing at me with your index finger. Am I pointing at you? Am I pointing at you? With my left hand or with my right hand? You're pointing at me with your right hand. Okay? Am I speaking to you in English or Spanish? You're speaking to me in English. Are you listening to me or are you listening to music? I'm listening to you. Now tell me to speak more quickly. Richard, speak more quickly, please. Okay, do you want me to talk like this? I can talk like this all you want. No. Now tell me to speak more slowly. Speak more slowly, please. Okay, I'll speak more slowly. Is this okay? Is this okay? Is this a pen? Is this okay? Yes, it's okay. And yes, it's a pen. Now tell me to touch my nose. Touch your nose, please. What? With my left hand or with my right hand? With your left hand. What am I doing? You're touching your nose. Am I touching my nose with my left hand or with my right hand? You're touching your nose with your left hand. All right. Now tell me to drink some water. Tell me to drink. Tell me to drink. Dime que beba. Dime que beba. Un poco de agua. Algo de agua. O dime que beba agua, dirías en castellano. Tell me to drink some water. Drink some water, please. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? You're drinking some water. Very good. Now tell me to change the cup to the other hand. Change the cup to the other hand, please. What am I doing? You're changing the cup to the other hand. Okay, now tell me to hold the cup. Tell me to hold the cup with only 2 fingers. Richard, hold the cup with only 2 fingers. It's not easy. There. Oh, okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're holding the cup with only 2 fingers. Y con la mano izquierda encima. Tell me to put the cup down. Tell me to put the cup down. Richard, put the cup down, please. What am I doing? You're putting the cup down. All right. Tell me to clap my hands. Clap, clap. Tell me to clap my hands. Richard, clap your hands, please. What am I doing? You're clapping your hands. Okay, tell me to put my hands together. Richard, put your hands together, please. Okay.
¿Te está gustando este episodio? Hazte fan en iVoox para acceder a este y al resto de sus episodios extra desde otras aplicaciones de escucha.